What's up, everybody? What's up to LOL podcast listeners? This is
I'm
your
mad.
girl, Kiki Simone.
I'm mad.
Let him be mad, y'all, okay?
I'm mad.
Let him be mad. Welcome to the Life Out Loud podcast with Kiki Simone and friend, LOL,
What's happening?
Life Out Loud. We are in the LOL studio, and he mad.
I'm mad
But
because
he'll be all right.
I just seen a picture from the photo shoot by me scrolling down my timeline on Instagram. I supposed to been the first person to see the picture.
Y'all don't want to know why he didn't see the picture.
But you know,
We're
it's
not
all
going to say
good,
why.
though.
We're not going to say why he
It's
didn't see the
all
picture.
good, though, you know what
So
I'm saying?
I'll let him come on.
I'm a real
I'm gonna
one.
let him come on and just be mad, okay? I'm not gonna put him out there. I'm not gonna put him out there.
She can't put me out there, man. She showed me the picture, man. That messed up. But yeah, man, good vibes though, man. How y'all doing out there in podcast land?
This is your girl Kiki Simone, and we have in the building with us
ABE Ace baby. It's Ace baby.
Okay, I was gonna say they don't know that.
It's Ace baby.
Okay. Well, we have Ace Baby in the building, aka my husband, aka Babe.
AKA.
That's it.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Gosh. Anywho, so welcome to the Life Out Loud podcast with Kiki Simone and friends. And what we do here is we talk about real issues, real perspectives, and we even give you some real solutions. And this particular one, this is a good one. I think that this is a good one, and I think it's good that only he and I are actually in the studio for this particular podcast. We still miss our people.
Doing none of that stuff right
We
now,
still
no.
miss our people. We still miss Boy Wonder and Keisha.
What happening, gang?
Oh gosh. Oh.
Shout out to B1, shout out to Dear Heart, aka Keisha.
Keisha V.
Keisha
girl.
V.
You missed them. I miss them
What
very
the V
much.
stand for?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell. I'll let her
Keisha
tell you whenever
V.
she gets on.
Yeah, shout out to her and Boy Wonder though, for real. We miss y'all, man.
Yes, we do miss y'all.
I really miss my homie.
Okay. Anywho, we have a really good topic for you today for our listeners. And this topic itself is, I really think sometimes people don't talk about it. Some people might talk about it. There might be some talks about it within different panels, groups of people. But on this podcast, we have not talked about it. And I think it's a good thing for us to talk about, and especially as being in a relationship and being married and things of that nature. So you ready to get into the topic, into our pink elephant?
Of course.
You sure?
Let's do it.
Or you want me to ask you a question first to kind of warm you up?
Let's do it.
You want me to warm you up?
Let's do it.
Okay, so he ignoring me.
Let's do it.
Which one you want to do?
Get into it.
Oh, gosh. Anywho. Okay, so we going to go ahead and bring that what?
Whoa.
We're going to bring that pink elephant. And our pink elephant for our new listeners, that is the topic, the hot topic of the day. And our pink elephant for this week
What it is, shouted. What's up?
Misconceptions of relationships. I think that's really good.
Misconceptions of relationships.
Yes, misconceptions of relationships. I think that when it comes to relationships, you know, growing up, you kind of have your own thought process about what you think a relationship should look like, what it should be like. And you really form your relationships based off of the things that you see. Like, you can see it on TV. Like, I know growing up, like, I saw the Cosby Show, and I thought that's what a successful, happy, thriving marriage is supposed to be like. You know, then you saw other television shows that just kind of made you think what a relationship was supposed to be like. And then I started getting into TV shows like Martin, where you don't have the family, but you have people dating so that they can get married, and then all of the different woes and things that they go through. But at the end, you know, they always gonna end up together.
Right.
So you just kind of have your thought process of what you think a relationship should really be like. And sometimes the things that, we've grown up seeing, whether it's, on television or wherever it is we may have seen other relationships, it may not be, what is really caked up to be,
Right.
or people just put on a facade of, who they're pretending to be in front of others. You never really know what a relationship, a real relationship, is about growing up. So as you get older, you just start experimenting, and you kind of think you know what a relationship is supposed to be like.
Right.
So when you were growing up, what were some things that you thought a relationship was supposed to be like just as a child?
I mean, the typical, I guess, you feel me? Like, I saw um my mom and my daddy, it was like, I don't know, I ain't never really get to see what a relationship really supposed to be like when I was coming up as a child. My dad was always in jail, so
What about on TV?
on TV, it was the typical, happy family. You got the dad, the mother, and the kids all in
Yeah, I saw
one
like Family
home.
Matters,
Like, what I'm
Fresh Prince.
saying? They going, the kids got the football games, the daughter cheerleader or whatever, and everybody going to the games.
Right.
They doing family outings, stuff like that. Like, and I had some friends that I seen coming up too that was, kind of modeled that too as well. So, but in terms of just my home, I ain't never, it was just me, my sister, and my mama for the most part.
So you didn't really have any misconceptions, or you didn't have any, not misconceptions, any perceptions of what a relationship should be like? Like you didn't have like that model?
My uncle,
And it didn't have to be personal.
he ain't never had no one girlfriend.
Okay.
He had 100 girlfriends.
Gosh.
So,
What about is there anybody?
I'm saying, this is what I saw.
Okay.
This is what I saw. He had 100 girlfriends. And dealing with different women on a day-to-day basis. And he was my model.
Okay. So he was the person. So you didn't even follow your dad. You just followed your uncle.
My dad ain't leaving nothing to follow.
Okay. That's a good point. I mean, hey, if he wasn't there, then.
So yeah, I had to adapt to something, and my uncle was the only thing around. So, and then in terms of how a woman supposed to be treated, I just always remember looking at my mama, just saying like, "Dang." You know what I'm saying? When I find my wife, I don't want my wife to go through this.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Like how my dad, would put my mama through or whatever.
Now that you bring up, okay, the fact that your dad was gone and you saw what happened in your home with your mom, and your uncle was your model and he had a whole bunch of women, was that, you said that was your model, so is that better than, the absence of your father?
No, it wasn't better at all.
Okay. But that was your model.
Yeah. He was like my dad. Between him and my grandpa.
So was your grandpa like a model or anything?
I mean, my grandpa always been a good dude. He always take care of home for the most part. I mean, yeah, he was a good model, but it was like, it was just it was just a lot. It was a whole lot of other stuff going on. Like,
well, I mean, as far as like not necessarily taking care of business, but just really just being with your grandmother. Like, we talking about the relationship.
Yeah,
portion.
that's what I'm saying. There's a whole lot of other stuff that kept my grandma from having that portion.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just a whole lot of pieces missing. It's a whole lot of, what I'm saying? It's just a whole lot. It's all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have a real solid, situation. I just kind of pretty much based everything off of. I just don't want, you know what I'm saying. Whoever I'm with, I don't want them to go through what my mama went through.
Okay.
So I just kind of ran with that.
Okay, so that's what you saw growing up. So as let's say you growing up and you are now, experimenting. You're experimenting being in a relationship like with different people, whether it's, from junior high school or whenever you think you had your first girlfriend or something.
Right.
How did you treat her? Like,
my first girlfriend. Oh man, but hey, I treat her real good, but like
the first one's always get the good stuff.
We
I
wasn't
guess, huh?
even, you know what I'm saying. We wasn't even messing around, and that puppy love, but at the same, cause she stayed in Atlanta, so that was my first long distance relationship. She stayed in Atlanta, so she about 3 hours away, but we were young, not to the point where she could drive up, I could drive up.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? We were old enough. You know what I'm saying? So like her mama knew about me, my mama knew about her type situation. Her daddy didn't know about me for a long time. Her mama did though, but her mama liked me. But she just knew she couldn't tell, her daddy. So that let you know things was good right there off the rip. You know what I'm saying? Just simply because the daddy just, that's the daddy. She too young. She don't need to be talking to her. But the mama knew it wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It wasn't nothing like that. But long story short, yeah, that was a good little relationship. My first one. You know what I'm saying? Until we had to break up. We ended up a couple years down the line, high school. She's still supposed to be a virgin, all this good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Her daddy the principal at the school too.
Oh boy.
So she got an image to keep.
Right.
So we ended up having sex. I took her virginity. And then she told one of her cheerleading friends, and then the girl blackmailed her and went and told her dad.
Wow.
No, the girl blackmailed. Did she tell her dad? The girl blackmailed her, and I think she went and told her dad.
Either way it go, that's just
But
wrong.
the situation happened like that. Then we couldn't see each other for a while till we got grown. But,
wow, that's crazy.
Then let me see. I mean, I had a couple relationships. I can't go down the whole line.
Well, I'm just asking this because we're talking about misconceptions.
When I was younger, it was good. It was real good when I was younger. All of my relationships when I was younger.
My point in asking you this is, you're saying you're not seeing good models of a relationship, but then you start getting into them. So when you get into them, you kind of already have your thoughts of like, hey, I know what I'm going to do in my relationship because I know what it should look like. But did you really know what a good relationship should look like, being that you didn't have any in front of you?
No, but that was the best and the purest.
Okay.
My first couple relationships was the best and the purest relationships.
Okay. Now, when it comes to, when it comes to like misconceptions of a relationship, like generally speaking, now as an adult, what do you think are some misconceptions that people have about being in relationships?
I mean, it can go for the positive or the negative.
Yeah, I mean, what in anyone?
Well,
I feel like I'm interviewing you. That's what I feel like now.
I promise I was just thinking the same thing in my head when you was talking to me. I was like, this is kind of like you got it set up in question format versus us just, just talking. But it's still dope, though. It feel good. You know what I'm saying? You should have just interviewed me. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, apparently that's what I'm doing.
Hey, listen, you ain't doing that. Hey, you got to, you know what I'm saying, pay attention. What's going on?
Answer the question,
You
man.
got people already hitting you up by interviews
Answer
and
the
stuff.
question, man.
This you getting your practice
getting
right
off
here.
You are getting off the topic.
I don't care, man. We can do that in podcast.
Man, if you don't answer
I
this
do what
question,
I want on the LOL with Kiki Simone show.
Man, I will mute him real quick, y'all. I will mute him.
And I get up and go walk and talk to her microphone.
No, I will mute him and
listen, man.
You need to go ahead.
All right, I'm finna go. Okay,
y'all finished or y'all done?
Exactly. So
hit me with the bird.
So
man.
let's get this together.
Boy?
Let's get this together. And
Playboy.
What you gonna do right now?
Say Playboy.
In LOL in the LOL studio.
So remember these 3 words: respect my house.
Oh,
did you hear that? Martin just told you. Respect my.
That ain't fair, y'all. She got this whole little board over there.
I don't give a crap. Answer my question,
the board
Ninja.
And stuff, doing the little
Answer
thing.
my question.
All right, that was fine. That was hard.
Did you forget the question?
Yeah, I forgot. All that you just did, you just put on the whole show. That was the halftime show.
What are the misconceptions of a relationship?
What are the misconceptions of a relationship?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Everybody think that, when you get in a relationship, you just gonna be happy.
Okay.
Wee. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be in a relationship so bad. And then when I see people get in a relationship, everybody want to be single again. So, yeah. You just think everything's just going to be all peaches and cream, Cinderella, you know what I'm saying, glass slipper type. Nah, you know what I'm saying? You got to put in work. Everything that's, every true love got to be tested, you feel me? On every level.
Now, I would agree with that. I definitely would agree with that. Do you have any more?
Misconceptions of relationships.
I guess that's a no.
Yeah, I get that. No.
Wow, you just got one.
Yeah, one. Because I'm the one.
Okay, we're going to leave that silent. We're going to let that go. Okay. We're going to let it go. So, what I think...
What are your misconceptions?
Oh, no, let me ask me my own questions.
Nah, I'm going to ask you
my own
I'm
questions.
going to ask you your questions. We're doing this interview style.
No. Let me ask myself my own questions.
Interview style.
Kiki. What are some general misconceptions of a relationship?
Kiki, what are some of your general misconceptions of relationships? Please tell us. We're dying to know.
Since I asked myself.
You supposed to say, I thought you never asked.
No. Since I asked myself.
Oh, so you just going to ignore me? Oh, okay. She acting like I ain't even here, y'all.
Anywho, I think that one of the general misconceptions of a relationship.
Wait. Let me ask you this.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, okay. I just saying if you were paying attention to me.
Oh, my goodness. Anyways, y'all don't pay him no attention.
I was just saying if I was still here, see if I existed to it.
Oh, my God. I almost burped in the microphone.
Ooh.
That's not good. Anyhow, I think that a general misconception of being in a relationship is that you can't have a life outside of a relationship. Like, I think that people sometimes think that when you get in a relationship that's your whole life, especially when it comes to being married.
It almost is, shoot.
I think that it just depends on what you all, what boundaries or, things that you can set. But I think that people many times they can, and I'm guilty of this. Whenever I would get in a relationship, my friends would hardly ever see me. Just pure point blank, just because I was like all in. But I had to learn that I had to still find myself in.
Wait a minute, when did you learn this?
Huh?
When did you learn this? I think I missed this part.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. I learned it and then I reverted back. And then I reverted back.
I gotta make my own sound effects, y'all.
Yeah, he gotta make his own. He ain't got no sound effects. He ain't got no sound bites. But I think that I would always, get into a relationship and just go all in, and then my friends would hardly see me, and they'll be like, what's going on? But that wasn't because of anything that the other person was making me do. It was because of what I chose to do.
I made her do it.
Oh my gosh, you ain't the only person I've been in a relationship with. Thank you. So anywho, but I think that that's a general misconception, is that people think that you can't have a life outside of your relationship. Like, it's just, you got to be all in, and you can't, have a balance of understanding yourself and having your time of, you chilling, and then, having time of you chilling with the person you're with.
That's very, very interesting.
Oh, why is it interesting to you, Ace Baby?
I'll leave my comments on YouTube.
No, I want to know.
I'll leave
Inquiring
my comments
minds
on
want to
YouTube.
know. Inquiring minds want to know why this is interesting to you.
I'll leave my
Do
comments
you think
on
that
YouTube.
since we've been transparent, do you think that I'm just still all? Do you think that that's not what you see? So I think because I think that's where we need to go.
No, yeah, that's what I see. I see it.
What you see?
I see what you said.
No, but let's keep it. I'm okay with you sharing about me. Do you think I'm all in, or do you think that I'm like I don't have a life outside of my relationship with you?
She don't have a life at all, y'all, at all.
Why do you say I don't have a life at all?
No, I'm just playing.
No, I'm okay if you think so. I'm okay if you think that.
Nah, she just be want to be up under me 24/7. She got a life. I don't got no life no more. My life is not
So
my own.
we all know that he's lying, right?
Kiki, I've been
Wow.
I give myself.
Y'all don't pay. Stop it. Stop it. Oh my God. Don't pay him no mind, y'all. Don't pay him any mind, okay?
I'm supposed to tell y'all, man.
All I'm saying is,
Hey, I can't eat. Hey,
what you can't do?
I can't do that.
He lying, y'all. He lying. This man go everywhere, and I be the one at home.
My life is not my own.
Whatever. Anyhow, I'm finna mute your mic. Finna mute your mic. We are not even going to play with you. Anywho, so Ace Baby.
Nah, you definitely doing your, all jokes aside though. You doing your thing, man. Y'all seen the LOL with Kiki Simone studio, man. Y'all seen it, man. You know what I'm saying? We steady going up. You feel me?
But I do.
And we got the visuals coming soon, so she be on her. I did LOL with Kiki Simone, man. Y'all gotta keep supporting her, man, cause this helped me right here, man. You know what I'm saying? This help her, help me, help us, man. Help myself again, man.
The podcast keeps me out of his hair. That's what he's saying, y'all. That's what he really saying.
Not really, cause
That's
she
what he
act
saying.
like she need me for everything.
Well, I do need you for a lot.
God,
I do need you for a lot. Oh my gosh. Anywho,
can't take it.
but just being transparent and honest, like, I mean, I don't have as much going on as I used to. And so when you get married, sometimes, a lot of stuff changes, things change. But then you just have to try to adjust to that lifestyle. But I think for me, like, I never really fully adjusted until recently.
I think she about 75%.
Oh gosh, whatever.
She on the way though. She on the way.
Cause he be telling everybody that come over here I ain't got no friends.
None.
Oh God.
Zero. Zilch.
You gonna make people
Nada.
think I'm a loner, like I'm a lady that got a cat in here or something.
She a loner. She a loner. She a loner.
Oh goodness.
She a
Anyhow.
loner. She a loner. She a loner.
Okay. Anywho. Okay, I got another question for you because just keeping it, bringing it back to the misconceptions of relationships.
Okay, then.
I want to
okay.
ask you. I want to ask you real quick. What do you think are some things? What are some signs that people could see as a red flag or whatever? Any kind of sign of being in the wrong relationship? Because you can have a misconception of being in a relationship, and then because you think you know what it's supposed to be like, but then find out like you're in the wrong one.
That man beating on you, that man putting his hands on you, man, for no reason, man. That's a red flag, man. Even an individual. It's kind of a hard thing because some different people communicate different. You know what I'm saying? Different people communicate different. So you might have a couple that cuss each other out, but they love for each other might be as strong as ever. You know
and my
what
husband,
they might cuss each other out. You might have a couple that fight, and that's like they love language.
is that
like,
healthy?
I mean, for them it might be.
That's not healthy.
I'm saying if a man just be, I'm saying like they might not fight to the point to where they blacking each other eyes and all of that. But
So what level is it that they fighting?
You know, it might just be, they fighting. A fight is a fight.
What other level of a fight if I ain't blacking your
I feel like
eye?
I'm being interrogated. Man.
I'm just saying.
Thought it was a goddamn.
You just said, okay, so just a moment ago, you just said if somebody putting their hands on you, then you need to get out.
I mean,
but then
I
you
think
saying,
me personally, I don't think that's cool. Me personally, that's my personal opinion.
Okay.
I don't think that's cool. I think that's a sign that you need to get up out of that, especially if it's a female. You feel me? And yeah, I don't know, man. I just be skeptical about really saying, okay, this is a fine print. This is what you don't need to do and do need to do.
And nobody's saying it's the end all.
I'm just saying personally, I just still be skeptical about what I say, especially on a platform like this or whatever. Where I know millions and millions of people getting ready to hear this.
Okay.
So it's like,
and what's wrong with that?
No, I'm just saying I be skeptical of what I say because, I might say, oh, you've been in a relationship with a person 2 years and they still doing this or doing that, then you should leave. You know what I'm saying? But
you're not saying that. You just ain't making
it's some people that done been in relationships. You know what I'm saying? People done told them to leave and they stayed, and the relationship turned out to be the best thing smoking. Right. So it's like,
I mean, but you can say from your perspective what you believe is healthy and what's not. That there's nothing wrong with saying
fighting
that.
is healthy. I don't believe the way you don't let me work is healthy.
Oh gosh.
I don't believe. No, I'm just playing, y'all. She gave me the evil stare.
I ain't gave him no
yes,
evil stare.
Did,
I'm just looking at my stuff
God.
down here.
The hairs on my
I'm looking forward to him to answer the question of what are the signs
God.
of being in the wrong relationship.
She made the hairs on the back of my neck stand up.
Oh, you know what? You know how you could tell the people how you think you're in the wrong relationship?
What you mean?
You want me to tell you how you can?
You about to say something crazy, bro. She about to say something crazy, y'all.
So when we get in an argument, you go in on me and you say a whole bunch of stuff. And because of that, some of those things are some of the things that, you be bringing up stuff and, you be saying stuff and it just be like, am I in the right relationship? We talk about being transparent, right?
Shaggy? All right.
If you ain't trying to be transparent, you don't need to be on this podcast.
Say that one more time. What you said now?
I'm saying like when there were times when in our relationship that you would get upset and you would have your reasons for thinking that you weren't supposed to be in this relationship.
Right.
So I'm just saying those could be some of the reasons or some of the signs for anyone to be in a relationship. So you want me to give you an instance?
No, I don't want no instance.
An example. I'll give you an example.
I don't want no example neither.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Not of me.
Not. Well, I'm gonna give
give
you
an
one.
example. Give an example of me.
So, there was one thing that
What I did.
no, that I don't think that this is just like only us. I think that this is something that people deal with. Period. And
No, give an example of
I'm
us.
about to.
Transparent.
No, I'm about to, but I'm just saying it's not just us.
Okay.
Yes, I'm saying it's not just us. So there are times in the in our relationship where babe questioned whether we should be together because of how he was feeling, and he was just like, "Hey, you don't support me on on whatever, so I don't see how this gonna work," and that could possibly be a red flag, in some relationships as to having or not having the support of your
that
spouse
definitely is. I done talked to a lot of people
in your
about
relationship.
that were going through that.
And so that's like a sign that you could be in the wrong relationship, or that it's just, I don't know. Another one I would definitely say is another sign of being in the wrong relationship is that y'all can't just never get along. Like your personality just don't work. His personality don't work. It just don't go together. It just don't go together.
We would
you just
definitely
keep
like
clashing.
that at one time. We would definitely like that at one time.
Yeah. But I think that it was a lot of variables that went into that. And yeah, if y'all can't communicate, that's something else. What else you got? Because I'm up here coming up with all of these other signs while you just doing other things, and you are not. You gave us
we
one.
ain't doing this now.
Yeah,
not on the podcast.
Yeah, you said be transparent, so
we're gonna do that on the podcast freestyle. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got something to say.
Oh, okay. We definitely can. We can do that. We can do that. Mm-hmm. But I need you to be a part of this conversation as well.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Y'all see this or y'all hear this
or
whatever?
They could have saw it.
Yeah, they could have seen it.
They could have seen me right here waiting on you.
No.
And you arguing. No. And I'm ready to move on to the next. So.
Y'all see this? This is what I go through as his wife, as we are engaging in a conversation in a podcast. So husbands, please take note. Gentlemen in your relationships, please take note.
Take notes, gentlemen.
You really, really should not be doing 50 million other things.
Take notes,
while
gentlemen.
Your wife or your significant other is talking to you, and it's an important thing that they're talking about.
I got something to say.
Say it then.
Take notes, gentlemen. When your girl get to tripping, don't trip. Just go to the strip club and find a girl named Cinnamon.
Wow, really?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Wow,
I had my Eminem moment. I'm sorry. My bad.
Wow, really?
I had my 8 way after I told you to put the beat on.
Well,
hey, fellas, don't do that, though, fellas. Don't do that, fellas.
Yeah, we're going to find something
fellas,
else.
Don't do that, fellas.
No, he was just serious.
No.
He was just serious. He was just
fellas, don't listen to me. You're going down if you do.
Yeah, he was just serious. He was just serious.
Fellas, I am not serious. I am not serious.
Why did you see his voice get higher?
I am not serious.
Wow. Do you have anything else to contribute to the conversation in regards to that question about any signs of being in the wrong relationship? I felt a little animosity
when you said that.
Do you have anything else you want to contribute?
I'm big on vibes.
Because good. I'm glad you feeling this.
Because I felt a little animosity.
I'm glad you feeling
this.
Oh,
you wanted me to feel this.
I want you to feel.
Ooh,
I want you.
Spicy.
They gonna get the transparency here tonight.
Spicy. I like this, Kiki.
Whatever. Do you got something else to say, bruh?
Oh, I like this. Hey, listen, she is in character tonight.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man, yeah, all that.
Wow, we need a meme on that. with it. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man, all that,
all that. You said absolutely nothing.
I mean, and
No, we
just
don't
watch
know.
for the red flags.
We
Man.
we just ready to find out to know something else.
Watch for the red flags, man.
So you ain't got no
everybody
sign of
red
it.
flags is different. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I got?
You got to know yourself, though. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost.
Okay.
Before you even get into that, you got to know yourself. That's another thing. We'll send a person off in a relationship without giving them things that they need for themselves first to be sufficient in a relationship.
Do you think that you?
I wasn't done talking, Kiki. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Thank
you got the floor because clearly you need it.
Thank you.
Okay.
As I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, before I was rudely interrupted,
You about to make me mute him.
I see she messing me up. She trying to mess up my flow. But one thing about me, I'm a professional radio host, co-host. Yeah, man, I'm just so fluent. She muted
He wasn't
me.
saying nothing, y'all.
She muted me. I wish Keisha will. And boy Wanda.
He was not saying nothing.
But now on the real though, you made me forget what I was finna say.
No, I didn't.
See, she
It
play
wasn't
too
anyway.
much, y'all. Dang.
You were saying that you need to know yourself and that people get in relationships.
Oh yeah, you got
and
to
not really
know yourself,
themselves.
man. We'll send a person out the wall and don't give her no ammunition. You know what I'm saying? Crazy man over here, man.
I need you speaking English.
Man, they heard me, man. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got to know yourself first and foremost. If you know yourself, then you know what you want to deal with and what you don't want to deal with. And that's how you say, you nip that in the bud. Nah, I'm talking about bud.
Well, I definitely agree with you when you say you got to know yourself so you know what you're not willing to take and what you are willing to take, because there could be some things where, excuse me, there could be some things where you have deal breakers, and then there are things that you choose to tolerate. You may not necessarily agree with it, but you tolerate something. So you got to kind of know yourself enough to know those things so that you're not being run over and things of that nature. And then also, I think another sign of being in the wrong relationship is when, I'm not going to say when you're just not happy, but when you just really,
I ain't happy.
When you
unsatisfied.
When there really is no light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay.
Like that, like you seeing yourself in that relationship. Do you really see that relationship going further than what it is?
What about people that just got hope? Is just trusting God?
Oh yeah, there are some people that have it. But I'm just saying,
ain't no light at the end of the tunnel though.
When you have hope, there's light at the end of the tunnel. But when you don't have it, then hey, it's just like I really don't foresee myself.
What if you
being
have
with
hope
this person
and it don't work?
Then that's something different.
Now you're devastated.
I mean, that can happen.
Broken to pieces.
Go ahead.
Shattered.
Go ahead. I knew you was going to do that. I knew you were going to do that. That's why I was like, go ahead. Do I know my husband or do I know my husband? Yes, I do. Anyhow.
I guess she knows.
Now, you kind of alluded a little bit to something that I was going to ask you next, which was, do you think that a person can be in a relationship that wasn't healthy at all, but then it can in turn you can end up thriving in that relationship?
Yeah, that's why I say you can't really just say, okay, if relationship go this far and this don't change, then you need to get out of it. You can't really just put a stamp on that, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody's situation is different.
I would like to second that emotion.
I done seen people tell people, yeah, leave. He ain't gonna never mountain, he ain't gonna never be, and then they leave, and then the man blossom and grow, or vice versa. She blossom and grow, and now you got to be on the sidelines and watch. You know what I'm saying? You were the person that was there through all the hardships. Now you got to be on the sideline and watch. While another person enjoy the fruits of that labor.
If I'm not mistaken,
of your labor.
I've seen that happen with a lot of celebrities, but then again, I don't know the behind the scenes of what goes
Right,
on.
right.
And you see some of these athletes that have been with their high school sweethearts, and not just athletes, celebrities that's been with their high school sweethearts, and then they're with them like maybe the first couple years of their success, and then boom, then they divorcing. And it's like, dang, I was with you all the way up until, you got here, and now you done made it, and now you with another chick, and now she
Right.
getting everything.
Right.
That would not feel well. That would not feel well to me. It really wouldn't. I wouldn't want to be that girl of, I've been there since we was 14, 15, and then you finally make it at 30, and then bam, now you with somebody else.
Right.
That would be really devastating. But then again, you never know what's going on behind the scenes and behind closed doors of what people are doing. So it's not that you can really judge it, but it's just an observation of seeing stuff like that happen. But again, to my question here, I guess you answered it. You said that it can happen,
That right.
that a relationship can turn around.
Definitely. I done seen plenty on turn around. I done seen plenty on get worse. I done seen people die for staying in relationships. I done seen it all.
You didn't see everything.
Except the win.
Oh, okay.
Smooth.
Oh my goodness. Well, I will say that excuse me, I will say that
This has been a great episode. Oh,
there are a few things. You look at you. There are a few signs that you are, that could let you know that you are in the right relationship. And I'm going to give you a few of these, and this comes from bustle.com. And I really thought that these were some great things. So you can think about, okay, the person that I'm dating, or the person that I'm in the relationship with, or the person that I'm married to, and hopefully you stay married. But here are some things that say, hey, you might just be in the right relationship. And one is that it's really easy to be around them. It's really easy to be around that individual, and they make life easier for you. The second one is you can be yourself. You don't have to pretend to be anybody. You don't have to, put on, you can, for lack of a better term, let your hair down if you got hair, and just be yourself. The third one is you get excited when you're around that individual. You get excited when you're around them. I definitely know that I get excited around my husband. I just don't know if he get excited around me, y'all. I just don't know. I don't know. I get excited.
Ooh.
I run up to him, and he just walk in all regular.
Man, come on, man. Y'all see how she rocking. You heard me.
Another sign that you may be in the right relationship is that you share some of the same values. And I think that that's really important. Your core values of who you are. If that is not the same, you might not be in the right relationship. But if you all share some of the same core values, then I would definitely say you're probably in the right relationship.
I almost said definitely on that one.
You almost said definitely. So you don't think so? There's something that's giving you a hesitation?
No, see, a lot of times we only go off of what we see around us. You know what I'm saying? As people. So it's like, we always talk like, if you a believer, if you a Christian or whatever, you marry somebody, they need to be a believer too, and they need to be, to a certain level. If you this spiritual, they need to be on a certain level spiritually. If you operate in the private, they need, and to the point of where, you if you see anything else otherwise, you think that like, okay, they're not doing it right. But I've seen people of different religions.
Well, I've seen us.
I'm saying I've seen people of different religions, that don't believe in the same thing, marry together, come together. And I'm talking about go forth as a unit, good, and not allow their personal beliefs to dictate what they got going on.
I would think that would be very difficult Because if the core belief of who I am is
But how
not
can
who
two
you
walk
are,
together unless they agree though?
but that's what I'm saying. If we got two different core beliefs, then I don't see how we are walking together.
But that's just like two people that beef with each other, but then they come together for a bigger purpose, a bigger enemy.
A core value, the core value.
Yeah, so they
they have the same core value, not different values.
They might not. They might be from two different sets though.
They could be. But
That's just like two people that represent. You know, they would believe this and another person believe that, and they come together and they can move. That's what I'm saying. They moving together as a unit. They get a gang of stuff done together and accomplishing a lot, but they don't believe the same thing spiritually.
I mean, I think that can happen when it comes to, partnerships in, business. I think that can happen, when we're coming together. Look at the country when they come together for a cause, because you have one core value of what something should be like, regardless of what background you have. That happens all the time. But when we're talking about a relationship, of the intimacy of you being with someone, I don't see how if I were, I am a believer of Jesus Christ, and then there was someone who totally just was totally anti, Jesus, and everything is all about anything other than Jesus. I don't see how, as long as
you got a common ground,
as a unit, I don't see how that can happen.
As long as you have something that you both agree on, that y'all might feel like it's bigger than y'all religion or what y'all believe in. That core thing that y'all believing in, it might be bigger to y'all and more important to y'all than y'all religion. Not that y'all religion ain't important, but hey, we trying to get this done right here, and you know what I'm saying, right now this all that matter.
Well, I'm not gonna say religion, but I'm gonna say, if someone is out here saying like Jesus is fake, Jesus is phony, Jesus is this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see myself rocking with that person, because my personal belief, regardless of, you could do 50, we could work together on some things, but as far as being in a relationship,
I ain't saying people was the guy. Done seen people that's like, one is a Jesus lover and the other is a Jesus hater. I ain't saying that. I'm just saying people that don't necessarily have common grounds when it comes to spiritual or not, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature, spiritual things like that, or the religion.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Might be a Muslim and a Buddhist together.
Okay.
A Muslim and a Christian. You know what I'm saying? And we all know that it's all different beliefs.
Okay. Well, we're different on that aspect, and that's cool, because we like perspectives. Another thing, before we get out of here, another thing that we that's a sign that you might be in the right relationship is that you feel that chemistry with that individual and you are respected. And I think that being respected in a relationship, that both of them respect one another, that is really big in a relationship. And I know that for men, respect is a big thing, is it not?
Guess it depends on the individual.
For men, I'm asking you as a man, is respect a big thing for you in a relationship?
I'm not a man, I'm a he-man.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a superhero.
Oh my gosh.
But now, yeah, that definitely is a big thing for men. Respect.
Okay, this gonna be the last one.
If you don't do nothing else, you gonna respect my hustle.
Oh my gosh.
Shout out to T.I.
Gonna respect my house.
Shout out to T.I.
Gonna be respecting my house. Okay, no, I got two things. I got two more things. I think that another sign of being in the right relationship is that your partner is the first person you call. If your partner is not the first person you call when something happens.
Well, I had to see them pictures on Instagram today. Then going back to why
I
we were
said the
talking
first
about.
person you call.
Yeah, even when you, in any situation, even when you get the pictures, I supposed to be the first person you call. But instead, she
your
posted
partner
pictures.
is the first person
She
you
posted
call.
pictures. I had to see the pictures just like everybody else, and I'm right here in the house with her.
Oh, I
y'all.
want to
Like,
find out. Has that ever happened to
crazy,
me? I think
y'all.
so. It has.
That's crazy,
I think
y'all.
that's happened before.
Y'all listen, that's crazy, man. I'm trying to
But your
tell
partner
y'all.
is the first person that you call. So like when you're going through something, if your partner isn't the first person you can even think of, then I don't know. I don't know if like, do you think you should be with that person if they're not even like in your mindset
I
to be
mean,
the first person you call?
after the fact that I had to see that picture on Instagram, I don't know if I should be with you. Since I wasn't the first person that saw. It's the same. The first person that called, the first person that saw. It's the same thing.
Wow.
I don't know if I should be with her, y'all.
Oh my goodness.
What y'all think? I need
Okay,
y'all
and
to comment.
the last one for tonight, the last one is you feel like you're the best version of yourself when you're with that person.
Mm-hmm.
I think that that's a really big sign because when you can be the best you because you are around them, that says a lot about that individual itself, about themselves. So I think that really, really would be a good sign that you are with the right person. All right. Now
In the classroom.
Now he's really trying to get to this whole little rapping thing.
I meant on the podcast, my bad.
But I really hope that for this particular episode that, you know, maybe we said something to make you kind of think about, hey, am I in the right relationship? Am I not? Like, what were my misconceptions of what a relationship should be like? And maybe I had some.
Question their relationships.
Hey, it's something. It's always things to think about and evaluate.
I'm just a co-host, y'all. If people
gosh.
she break up y'all home, man, don't do nothing to me. I'm just a co-host. Don't do nothing. We live together, but don't do nothing to me, okay?
Okay. So we are thankful that you took this opportunity to listen to our Pink Elephant for today.
With LOL with Kiki Simone.
LOL with Kiki Simone. Make sure that you go subscribe right now. Go subscribe right now because we didn't ask you to do that in the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah, make sure y'all do that.
Make sure you go
I was
subscribe.
mad when I first came on here, but you know the vibes too good. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't stay mad. The vibes is like that. When you seeing pink elephants all over everywhere, you can't stay mad for long. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So yeah, man, we feeling good. We feeling great, man. It's been a super date. So, you know what I'm saying?
A super date. Okay. Well, what we going to do is we going to get into our little segment real quick.
Corny joke of the day.
On the podcast.
Corny joke of the day is first. And I'm doing the corny joke of the day today.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I can't believe you have a corny joke.
Yeah. Don't underestimate me. Don't undermine me.
How do you have a corny joke?
I can't tell you.
Oh my gosh.
But I can tell you the joke.
Corny joke of the day.
So the corny joke of the day is why did Snoop Dogg ask for an umbrella?
Why did Snoop Dogg ask for an umbrella? Something to do with rapping.
I'm going to ask you this one more time.
Uh-huh.
Because clearly you didn't hear it.
Why did Snoop Dogg?
Why did Snoop Dogg ask for a umbrella? Oh, you ain't going to never figure it out. I'm about to tell you.
Okay, well, go ahead.
For drizzle, my nizzle. For drizzle, my nizzle.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Anywho, y'all.
That's the hardest corny joke of the day you done had.
Oh my
Charlie.
gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Why did Snoop Dogg ask for an umbrella? For drizzle, my nizzle.
I got you. Now you go ahead and you start this next segment.
Woo!
You start this last
Hey,
segment.
man, we're going to
here.
get into this last segment, man, entitled On the Podcast. And see, over here on LOL with Kiki Simone, we do a lot of things on the podcast.
Hey.
Like, I even got my drink on the podcast. And I just took a sip on the podcast.
You just took a sip on the podcast.
How you gonna say the same thing?
Dip on the podcast.
Oh, nah, you went too long. Hold on. Run it back, DJ. You only supposed to say one thing. We're going back and forth. See,
really?
She messing up already. You know what I'm saying? Now I got to think of some more stuff to say.
He been practicing that all night.
Yeah, I had to get out. You know what I'm saying? That was premeditated to keep me going. Look. Look. Hey, today was a good day on the podcast.
It was straight on the podcast.
She don't even know what to say on the podcast.
I do on the podcast.
See, that's exactly what I mean on the podcast.
I am living my dream on the podcast.
I'm about to scream on the podcast.
I'm about to go get ice cream on the podcast.
What you mean on the podcast?
You already said me. You get out. You gotta
now
start
she just
over.
a meme on the podcast.
Wow. I'm about to take a sip on the podcast.
I already said that on the podcast.
It don't matter. How about that on the podcast?
Oh, she snapped on the podcast.
And I'm gonna give it right back on the podcast.
I'm trying to get cash on the podcast.
You ain't gonna get none of that on the podcast.
We need to get monetized on this podcast.
I don't got nothing for monetize.
She dummified on the podcast.
Did this man just call me a dummy on the podcast?
Yummy on the podcast.
Yummy on the podcast.
Rubbing on my tummy on the podcast.
I want to get some yummy on the podcast.
What you mean some yummy on the podcast?
I need to get some food on the podcast.
I thought you were talking about getting nude on the podcast.
Oh, no dude on the podcast.
Wait, no dude on the podcast?
I don't know what I just said.
Me either. We gonna just play it. Cool.
Oh.
On the podcast.
Wow, we just forgot all about the podcast.
We forgot about the podcast. Now I'm about to rap for y'all. Now I'm about to tap my feet and tap for y'all. I don't even know if that makes sense, but I make sense. And I'm in and out just like the Matrix. I don't even know what to say next. Safe sex. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. That was neat. All we need to see if you're... I left that blank.
Oh, that for me. I supposed to come in right now?
No, that it was a word that was gonna go there, but I didn't say it.
Oh, I ain't catch that one.
I think I rap like the white girls on the Wildin'
On white
Out.
chicks.
On Wildin' Out.
On white chicks.
But it's all good.
And that's y'all episode of On the Podcast. Hosted by yours truly.
Well, we want to make sure that y'all take this opportunity to go subscribe to the LOL with Kiki Simone podcast on YouTube. Okay. On YouTube. Make sure it's LOL with Kiki Simone, QUISYOMNE. And make sure that you go follow Ace Baby. Where can they follow you at? Give me a handle.
ABE_Ace Baby on all digital platforms, all social media, everything.
Okay.
ABE_Ace Baby. You heard me?
Okay, and you can follow the LOL with Kiki Simone on IG at LOL with Kiki Simone. And again, that's QUISYMONE. And you can follow me on my personal page, Kiki Simone, if you would like to as well. I have enjoyed this particular podcast. It was pretty cool doing it with my husband once again for the podcast. But I just really I just want to take the opportunity to tell you thank you, babe, for doing this with me, even though sometimes I'll be dragging him to do it.
Nah,
And,
even though she be doubting all the time and
he be dragging to do it.
Oh my God,
he be dragging to do it. He be
it don't
dragging to
matter,
do
but
it.
if I'ma do it, I'ma do it, and I'm here. You heard me?
And we ain't
If
heard
I say
nothing.
I'ma do it, I'ma do it.
We ain't heard nothing. We
Ball,
ain't heard.
ball.
We ain't heard nothing. We ain't
If I
heard
say
nothing.
I'ma do it, I'ma do it.
Bye, y'all.
We love y'all.
Bye, y'all.
I know you want it, you looking for it. I know who got it. She talk about it in every EP, leave you island. Don't nobody ever be on what she be on. This is LOL with Kiki Simone. Life out loud.